We're less than 24 hours away from Sunday Week 3. A ton of injuries to really talk about this week. I'm Jason Gilbo at Fantasy Football Cafe. Starting off with the quarterbacks, we're looking at Drew Brees, Tony Romo. Guys are going to be out this week. Luke McCown, Brandon Weeden going to get the starts there. Going to be interesting to see where the Cowboys get their offense from going forward, as well as Brandon Cooks and Brandon Coleman. Their value this week definitely takes a hit going up against Carolina secondary, but now no Drew Brees. It should be a disappointing day from both of them. Looking like Johnny Manziel not going to start after all, even though he put up a decent week against the Titans. Sorry, Browns fans and fantasy guys, you're going to get Josh McCown. Browns, what are you going to do? I doubt you have any of them on your fantasy team outside the running backs, but still noted. Jay Cutler out this week. Jimmy Clausen going to start. That's a tough matchup for Clausen there. No Alshon Jeffrey. Martellus Bennett, probably the only safe Bears guy to start along with Forte, just because the two seem to get it done whatever. They're going to have a lot of volume go their way, even though the matchup's not great. Matt Stafford going to grab the start. Full participant in practice, ready to go against the Broncos on Sunday night. So that's good news for the Lions surrounding cast there. Running backs, a few notable names that play, and a couple guys that you need to look into Sunday morning. Tevin Coleman going to be out a few weeks. Devontae Freeman going to be the lone guy there in Atlanta, so you can fire him up definitely in PPR leagues. If you're dealing with a tough flex position, Freeman's a great ad there. Jonathan Stewart listed as questionable this week, but limited in practice as well, but is expected to play this weekend barring a setback. DeMarco Murray, kind of a guy who popped up middle of the week there, practiced in full, gives me confidence he's going to play. He's already said he will. I am not confident in how the Eagles are going to perform against a pretty stout Jets defense, so that's going to be one to see. Heading to the other side of that game, Chris Ivory, game time decision. There hasn't been a lot during the week that made me believe he is going to be a full go because he's been limited, still banged up. I still think Bilal Powell is going to see some time there. But if Ivory is out, Powell's going to see a big jump in snaps. Arian Foster owners, sorry, not this week, but he was back practicing, so we should be on alert for next week to see his debut. Chris Polk's going to be probably the guy. If the Texans do end up running anything this week. We're likely going to see the debut of Todd Gurley for the Rams, who practiced in full, ready to go. Not going to receive a full workload, but he's going to split time with Trey Mason. You're going to see Cunningham still out of the backfield in passing situations. Reggie Bush, doubtful this week. Carlos Hyde was banged up, but going to have a tough matchup against the Cardinals, but will be a go again. Andre Ellington, closer to return. Practiced a little bit this week, but still not going to be out there again. And you'll see Johnson & Johnson. Lamar Miller, questionable, but is expected to play. Tough matchup against the Bills. I still would like to look elsewhere in that matchup. Dolphins look like they're going to be pretty pass heavy. That could be the move going forward as well. So this one kind of came out of nowhere. Marshawn Lynch, questionable. Popped up in the middle of the week with a calf issue. Draws a great matchup against the Bears. He's likely to play. That's what the reports out of Seattle have been. But still, it's a little uneasy on the nerves there. Going it's a 4 o'clock game, but Lynch should be good to go. Eddie Lacy, another big name running back, with the Q next to his name there. Extra day leads me to believe Lacy's gonna play Monday night. Practice a majority of the time on Friday, so that's good news there. Wideout's not as busy as the running backs in the injury report this week, but Eric Decker going to be a game time decision, one that we'll know before lock time, but I'm not counting on Decker this week. He did not practice, so it's really unlikely that he plays. Mike Evans looks like he's 100%, practiced in full this week, not going to be on a snap count. I believe you're going to see a pretty big week from Evans, and why he was a top 10 wide receiver coming into the season this week. A little worry early in the week with DeAndre Hopkins. He had a concussion issue, passed the protocol, practiced in full today, so that's good news from him there. Hopkins should be locked and loaded in your fantasy lineups. And not a wide receiver, but Dwayne Allen for the Colts going to be out this week. Fleener had a few nice 2-touchdown games last season when he was out. So if you do have Fleener or you're streaming tight ends, give Fleener a look. Also, Delanie Walker going to play that week. Heading back to the Packers, Davante Adams, questionable with the ankle issue. He left the game last Sunday night, but can't end up coming back. Should be good to go coming in for Monday, and with the extra day, practice a little bit. Gonna play through it. Can definitely see how effective he is as well. So that's going to be it for a pretty busy Week 3 injury report.